day goes by and I'm back at the literature club. The usual scene greets me, one I'm growing more and more comfortable with. Yuki's face is buried in a book. The closet door stands ajar, presumably with Naruki somewhere behind it, and Satori's smiling visage is headed straight for me.
Hi, Kozukura!
Hey!
You got here just in time to accompany me.
Accompany you where?
I thought I'd go get something from the snack cart over in the quad.
Oh, no thanks.
What?
I had a big lunch.
Well, you should still come with me. For fresh air, you know?
Fresh air? I just got here. How stifling do you think this club room is?
It's important. You're about to embark on a mental journey of appreciation and awakening. You should... What's the air version of hydrate? Aerate!
Let me see your wallet, Satori.
What? Why?
Humor me. I just want to see your wallet. I'm curious. Satori takes out his wallet, opens it, and turns it upside down. 3 sad, lonely little yen tumble out onto the desk. I knew it!
Knew what?
You. I know you, Satori. If you had enough money, you would have gone and got a snack on the way here yourself.
That's not...
So either you weren't hungry at all and just wanted an excuse to take a walk with me, or you knew you didn't have enough money and were planning on not saying anything till we got to the snack cart and asking me to buy for you.
Fine, you win! You don't gotta make me feel guilty!
Huh? Sorry, I wasn't eavesdropping. Just something in my book.
Yuki! Make Kozukura lend me money for a snack.
Sorry, Satori. You should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And you shouldn't try and scam your friends. I think your hunger and guilt are fitting retribution.
Oof.
I meant that less harshly than it came out.
I like times when you're unfiltered, Yuki. They're rare, but fun to see.
You're kidding, right?
Nope, I do. So there. And you're right. I try to pull a fast one, so I will take my revolution with grace.
Retribution.
What did I say?
Nothing. Never mind. It's weird watching you get up to mischief. I guess we all have a little devil inside us.
Satori's inner devil's cleverest trick is convincing us all he doesn't exist. This boy knows exactly what he's doing. Remember, he told you all he was bringing me to this club before he even mentioned it to me.
Okay, yeah. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes, so I had to trick Naruki into making them.
It worked. You knew it would. That's exactly my point. If you hadn't... Something streaks through the air and bounces off Satori's face, then lands on the desk.
Ow! What the? Hey, a cookie!
He snatches it up off the desk. It's a cookie, all right. A giant one wrapped in plastic. Holding it in both hands, he glances around, awestruck.
Is this a miracle? Did I get a Jesus cookie for paying my restitution?
Oh my god! Retribution!
Actually, that one works.
I was just gonna give it to you. And then you started running your mouth about the cupcakes. Jesus cookie.
Naruki! Don't ever let anyone tell you you're not the best. You made my day!
Satori hugs the cookie for some reason.
Oh, okay, you're being weird.
Jeez, just eat it.
So good.
What?
And then my tongue.
You're turning eating a cookie into a saga.
Poem idea. Saga of the Jesus Cookie. Naruki brings out his own cookie and begins munching away.
Ooh, white chocolate macadamia.
No, peanut butter, dummy.
I mean yours.
Eat your peanut butter.
But yours is white chocolate macadamia.
I know. That's why I gave you the peanut butter.
Fine, fine. Still, I'm very thankful for this one.
Satori gets up and goes over to stand behind Naruki's chair. He leans down and hugs the shorter boy around the shoulders.
Thank you!
Jeez, I get it. You're welcome, weirdo.
Cookie still in hand, Naruki reaches up to nudge Satori off him. Suddenly, Satori leans down just a little more to take a big bite out of Naruki's cookie.
Dude, did you seriously just?
Devious deed done, Satori scampers away to safety.
You're such a child. Monako! Satori bit my... Huh?
He glances around the club room and I do the same. Monako is nowhere in evidence.
Where even is he?
I don't actually know. Did he talk to any of you? It's not like him to be late.
Not me.
No.
Definitely strange.
You guys think he's okay?
Of course he's okay. He probably just had something to go do and forgot about us. He's pretty popular, you know.
Whoa, wait a minute, guys. Do you think maybe he has a girlfriend?
I'd honestly be surprised if he didn't. The pretty boy.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. Hi. Sorry guys. I'm here.
There you are.
You came!
This is so embarrassing. I'm really sorry. I hate that I made you wait.
Don't worry, we're just thrilled you chose us over your girlfriend. You're so dedicated.
Huh? Girlfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
He glances quizzically at me. Satori being Satori, that's all. What kept you?
Oh, just stuff is all. What did I...
Just stuff. It is a girlfriend, isn't it?
No. I was in study hall. I just got caught up in the middle of something and lost track of time. That's it. I was practicing guitar.
Guitar? I didn't know you played music too, Monako.
I don't, really. Not yet. I'm still pretty new to it, but I've always wanted to learn to play guitar.
That's so cool! You should play something for us!
I wouldn't subject you to that. Not yet.
He looks at me, smiling a little.
Once I get better.
I'd like that a lot.
Then it's settled. I won't let you down, Kosakura.
No pressure.
Don't worry, I've been practicing a lot. Once I get it right, I'll bring it in and show you.
Alright!
Cool.
Looking forward to it.
So, what did I miss?
Nothing really. I leave out Satori's mischief, figuring if Naruki's actually upset about it, he'll bring it up with Monako privately. The club is already settling back into normalcy. Yuki is back to his book, Satori talks with Monako, and Naruki has disappeared back into the closet.
Kosakura?
Hmm?
I gotta hunt around a bit for supplies in other classrooms. You wanna come with me? No snacks or treats, I promise.
What do we need supplies for?
For the festival, Monako and I are going to make some posters to advertise the club, so we need supplies. Markers, glue sticks, stuff like that.
Oh, sure.
Alright, Prez, we're gonna go get stuff for the posters.
You're going to go with Kosakura? You don't need to trouble yourself. I'd be willing.
No, it's cool. I like exploring classrooms after school hours.
Oh, okay. Well, try and find some poster paper too. I think we're all out.
I follow Satori from the classroom. He hums dramatically to himself as he swaggers down the hallway like someone on a mission much more dire than gathering art supplies, which somehow strikes me as endearing instead of annoying. Without thinking about it, I walk a little faster and place my hand on his arm. He slows down to remain beside me and smiles at me. Why did I stop spending time with him again?
I'm so excited for the festival. Monako and I have been working pretty hard planning things out.
Yeah? What are we even doing for it?
It'll be a poetry performance.
That should be slightly less boring than just having them written down and left around the room for people to read.
I think you're approaching this wrong.
How many ways are there to approach a poetry reading?
Poetry performance. Poetry reading is what we do in the club room, right? I hand you my poem, you stand there and read it. We're performing!
Show me the difference. We walk a little ways as he stares thoughtfully off. I have to gently tug him sometimes to keep him from running into things.
To you and me, a wonderful means to wash. To the thirsty rose, it is bliss, it is life itself. To the man in the desert, it is relief and joy. To he whose love is unrequited, it is pain and sadness made tangible, warm on his cheek. To the single leaf adrift on the surface of the ocean, it is insurmountable infinity.
I wasn't expecting that. Maybe it's because I know him so well, but it's hard to see him the way he's presenting himself here. It might be different if it wasn't me, and I can tell he's put a lot of thought and effort into just this piece. I squeeze his arm.
You like it?
It's different from what I'm used to from you, but it's not bad.
Look at that. There's more to me than you think, you know. Sometimes.
He trails off as we draw even with the open doorway of an empty classroom, holding a hand up as though signaling me to stop. What are you—
Shh! They'll hear us.
Now I get it. We're on an adventure.
For fame, for glory,
For glue sticks.
and glue sticks, and markers, and poster paper. Monako specifically mentioned poster paper.
It has been literal years since we've done one of these together, though somehow I have no trouble imagining him doing this kind of thing on his own. He leaves my grip and crouches down, then scurries into the classroom. His head is on a swivel, eyes intently probing the sinister shadows beneath desks and between shelves for whatever danger might be abound. I'm holding in laughter watching him, just like I did when we were children. He makes it to the closet before I remember we're in high school now, where shame and self-consciousness hold sway over stuff like this. Smiling in spite of that, I cross the room against his warning and join him. You're such a dork.
I don't think they saw us. Let's get the stuff and get out of here.
Okay, fine, he's cute. But every second he spends rummaging through the closet, ducking low and glancing back over his shoulder like there's anyone here but me, is making me feel weirder. What if someone walks by and sees me with him? Just get the stuff, okay? Nobody's gonna attack us. I scared them all away.
Okay, sorry. Let me see. Glue sticks. Oh, glue gun. Yoink! Poster paper.
Satori.
Okay, hold on. Markers. There we go.
My tension eases somewhat when I see him stand up, one arm around a thick roll of poster paper and the other cradling the rest. The box of markers is torn along one side, and he's holding it at just the right angle for a few of them to spill out. Satori.
I know. Hold on.
He rushes to kneel and scoop up the fallen markers, and manages to slam his head directly into one of the shelves in his haste. Both hands fly to his forehead, and he sags backward onto his butt, sending paper, markers, and glue sticks cascading down over his lap to form a layer all over the floor of the closet.
Ah! God! Ow, 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 ow.
Damn it, Satori. It's okay. Let me see it.
It hurts.
You rammed it into a shelf, sweetie. Come on, move your head. Let me see. Satori lowers one hand limply to the mess on the floor, then slowly prizes the other away from his forehead. That shelf got him good. There's a red mark right between his eyes. It's already beginning to swell. Wait here, okay? His playful spirit of before is gone. He nods up at me and begins listlessly gathering up his mess. I'm off like a shot, running to the end of the hallway where the snack machines hum away. Too late. I realize none of them sell just ice. I buy a cold bottle of Bubble Man instead. He's cleaned up the mess by the time I get back to him. One hand braced against the closet door keeps him upright. He's on his feet, but looks a little unsteady. The knot on his forehead is an angry red. Here, use this. Satori, that's for your head, dummy!
Can it be for both? Getting hurt makes me thirsty.
He's ridiculous. Still, he reseals his drink and places it to his forehead, wincing a little at the contact.
Man, this hurts.
I know. Just stick with it, adventurer. You'll be okay.
This reminds me of when we were kids.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. We go on an adventure, I'd run ahead of you and get hurt. And then you'd make it all better.
Really?
Yeah, you'd run and get me ice, or band-aids, or an adult. You did everything you could short of kissing my boo-boos.
Don't be weird.
Too late for that. Hey.
Yeah?
I'm glad things haven't changed between us.
Aw, Satori.
I'm serious. I meant what I said yesterday. We've known each other for so long, and you're always taking such good care of me.
You look after me, too.
And it feels right. I don't want it to ever change.
I don't see why it has to.
I'm glad. Come on, we should get back to the club room.
Wow, man. Did you call Kosakura a bad name or something?
I did not hit him!
She didn't hit me, don't be silly. I sort of lost a fight with a shelf.
Well, to be fair, shelves are pretty relentless. You okay?
Little woozy. I'll be fine.
Did you get the stuff?
Oh yeah, I have it right.
Satori glances down at himself, frowning. He brings up his empty hands and exhales a single dry sob of frustration.
I forgot it all in the classroom.
Shh. I have it all right here, okay? Monako wraps a comforting arm around Satori and eases him into a chair while I pile the art supplies onto a nearby desk. Satori gives us both a sad but grateful little smile and puts his head down.
Great job, both of you. I'll get started on these tonight.
Me too.
Okay, everyone. Poem time.
I pat Satori's shoulder and go retrieve my poem. When I rejoin him, he's sitting up again and has the bottle back on his forehead. Here, read this.
I really love your poems, Kozakura. You've been holding out on me. These are incredible. Yesterday's and this one.
I don't think so. The rest don't seem to think so.
Really? Not even Naruki?
Well, in fairness, Naruki would probably be the last one to outwardly say if he likes something. But it's more than that.
Eh?
As warm as it makes me feel to think it, as happy and comfortable I've been while spending more and more time with Satori, I still find myself hard-pressed to fully understand it, let alone tell him. Well, the thing is, I think it evokes the most emotion in you because...
Because what?
It's a lot easier to write poems when I think of you.
You...
Okay, so much for that. Not like that, dummy. I mean, you know. You're so vivid, Satori. Your light and color and warmth and vibrancy. This isn't going much better. This is what I get for being honest. It's just that my own life is so flat and gray. How am I supposed to write about what I feel, what I see? It's easier to just write about you. Everything you are, everything you do is... I'm really bad at this. Whose stupid idea was it to disguise my feelings the moment I started letting them out anyway? Ugh.
Is an adventure!
And Satori to the rescue. Yeah, an adventure.
Like cooking, or going to get art supplies.
We don't have to talk about it.
Okay. I think I understand.
Yeah.
Hey, can I keep this? I wasn't lying before. I really do love it.
Why?
It's a Kozakura poem. One that you wrote just for me. Whether you want to admit it or not.
I poke him in the chest but nod. He beams at me. I'll give it to you after. My turn now. Let me see yours. As he goes to hand me his poem, he sends his pencil rolling off the edge of the desk by accident. He is fast enough to catch it beneath his slippered foot, but almost falls out of his chair as he leans to retrieve it. The only reason he doesn't is because his head bumps my stomach. Ow! Okay, you. Stop moving. Stop doing anything. You're gonna get hurt even more.
Yeah, I guess I'm a little clumsy today.
Here's your pencil. Now, let's see what you wrote.
My hands get dirty when I reach down inside, but it's where lies the treasure that makes me rich. Jewels of hope, of light, of love, gleaming, glittering in the gloom. I take one in my sooty grasp. How it shines, and into a jar it goes, and onto the shelf goes the jar. A ruby for you to find your passion, a sapphire to clear your stormy skies, an emerald for the lushness of your harvest. Jewels in jars, all in a row. I keep them here for all my friends, each one to cheer or make amends. So when you feel a certain way, down comes a jar to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more jars. My fingers are sticky and red, delving deep into heart and head. Dig, scrape, ow, more. Let them in. They're at the door. I curated these for all of you. If you'll all just smile. But the shelf tilts, the jars break. My jewels were scattered on the floor. A cracked ruby that seeps crimson. A flawed sapphire reflecting tears. An emerald gone brown and lifeless.
Satori, did you really write this?
Of course I did! I told you yesterday you were gonna love it!
I do love it. But, God, Satori, I never expected something like this from you. You're always so happy.
Monaco's been helping me a lot, and I've been really exploring my feelings lately.
I see that. It's like you said yesterday. Different, but not bad. It came out really good.
Thanks, Kozakura! I really feel like I found a passion for this writing thing, and hearing that you think I'm good at it is all the more reason to pursue it. I'll keep writing till the day I die!
Well, this is a good start. Satori has always had a habit of picking something up, enjoying it a bit, and then abandoning it. Ice skating, singing, but seeing the look on his face, it's hard for me to dismiss this as the same thing. I pass his poem back to him and take mine, smooth his hair and wander off in search of someone else to share with.
Okay, here.
So we're back here again.
Really nowhere else to go until you start writing better.
You know, this isn't easy. This is literally the second poem I've ever written in my life.
Okay, calm down. I'm not saying it's any better than yesterday's, but I'm not saying it's any worse.
I'll take it, I guess. Probably what passes for high praise coming from you.
Hey! Oh, wait. Was that a compliment? You know I'm the toughest because I'm the most talented, right?
Yeah.
You know, this poem reminds me of Satori, just like your first.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh, I guess it makes sense. You two have been friends for so long, you're basically on the same page. Which is weird. You don't honestly strike me as his type.
Satori has a type?
Why wouldn't he have a type? Just because someone's... well, never mind. Anyway, you don't seem like it for him. Life, and laughter, and stealing half of my damn cookie, and your... you know, you.
You're not really easy or fun to talk to sometimes. You know that?
Whatever. Here, read my poem. It, along with my advice, should help you get better. Andy raises roaches. You know what I heard about Andy? Andy raises roaches. Clittering, chittering, skittering, crunchy roaches. So I don't play with them. He has a signed poster in my favorite band. We both know all the words to all their songs. One time, we even sang a duet together. But he raises roaches, so I don't play with him. One time, I smashed my finger in the door. Andy opened it again, and he walked me into the nurse's office. I ran ahead of him the whole time. The nurse let him in, even though his hands are all roachy, so I don't play with him. Andy's kind of popular. He's never alone. He's probably making more roach lovers. One mommy roach can make 40 babies, and a lot of those will be mommy roaches. Andy's a mommy roach lover, so I don't play with him. They're white when they're first born. Their skin cracks open and falls off as they outgrow it. Then some get wings. They're gross. He's gross, and I want the world to know! Isn't it great?
It's longer than your first one.
That one was just a warm-up. You didn't think that was the best one I had, did ya?
No, of course not.
Anyway, with this one, it's about the message. I think it's pretty clear. And thought I'd lay it out with a comparison. It's deep and important, but also, it's outlined in plain language. My plan is for the readers to maybe find similar prejudice in themselves, as the narrator has, and realize how stupid and pointless it is.
Have you encountered people like the speaker in your poem?
Oh, God, yes. Everyone judges me for, I don't know, stuff, whatever their problem is. But it's not about me. It's written to relate to everyone. We all have, like, a thing, right? Something weird or different that maybe if people knew about, they'd give us a hard time for. And that is stupid. We should all respect each other, no matter how weird or different we are. That's the message for this piece. I don't like writing if there's no message to be taken away from it. Because then, what are we even doing here? I want to make you think.
It's relatable.
Good. Tomorrow's will be even better. So get excited.
Yes, good. You're already getting better, Kusakura. Your second poem and your growth as a writer is clear as day.
That means a lot coming from you. Thank you.
Oh, think nothing of it. It's a pleasure to inspire and help fellow writers. I know this is only your second poem, so don't beat yourself up if you have trouble making it feel just right. It's also important not to force it. Our bodies are machines, but our hearts, minds, and souls are far more nebulous and unpredictable. The next time you put pen to paper, just try letting go. Allow yourself just to feel, to be, rather than forcing yourself to think. Do that, and you open a connection with the reader. You invite them in a very meaningful and intimate way.
Oh, okay, I can try that.
You can see mine if you'd like.
I'd like.
It happened in the dead of night, while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. A fetching raven swooped in through the window and landed on my countertop. It was then that I first felt the stirring. I allowed her the bread she desired, knowing well what I had done, knowing well a fed raven would never fly far. The siren song of my slicing edge was the symptom, the bread, my hungry curiosity, the raven, an urge. Luna's yellow eye reflects off the perfection of the blade. That light shows too in the eye of my raven mistress. She trembles with excitement when I slice, or do I simply project? As predicted, she is never far from me now. She calls her demands. I rush to appease. I slice the bread. The blood rushes, and she and I both drink deeply.
Huh.
I was more blunt with this one.
You sure were. Metaphor, I'm guessing?
It is. I drew inspiration from my favorite piece by Poe. Not so much his meter, but from his most famous symbol, as well as his unparalleled gift for conveying complex and often negative emotions through vivid imagery. It is thanks to him I now understand the darker parts of my own psyche and no longer fear them.
Yeah. Honestly, on its face, I couldn't even begin to figure out what it's about.
Well, it has meant different things to different people throughout the centuries. On its face, it's about a bird that flies into the speaker's study and only seems to know a single word. Metaphorically, most seem to agree that it's a characterization of the speaker's pain and grief. This is bolstered by the setting. A dreary midnight.
Huh?
He's tired.
No. We covered that in class last year. I mean your poem.
Oh, right. How silly of me. Well, part of that still applies here. A raven has never flown into my home. It is purely metaphorical. I suppose all of it is slicing bread. It's about the feeling I get when I engage in some of my more unusual hobbies. Indulging the raven, if you prefer. Words like guilty, siren song, stirring, these are to indicate that the urge as represented by the raven might be distasteful to most. Never mind the fact that we all have our own ravens.
Interesting. Didn't Naruki write about something similar?
Did he?
The entire point of his poem today was how people shouldn't be bothered or ridiculed for what they like.
I am genuinely surprised by that. Perhaps I misjudged him. He seemed the sort to spearhead that manner of ridicule, which I suppose is to show that I myself am not perfect.
Yuki takes back his poem and makes his way over to Naruki, where he has just separated from Satori. A quick look cast around the clubroom reveals Monako beckoning to me from his desk. I walk over to him.
Well, there she is.
Here I am. Hi, Monako.
How's the writing going?
It's okay, I guess.
Not the best, but I'll take it. I'm just glad you're applying yourself. Maybe there's a masterpiece in the works.
Your faith is touching, but I have my doubts.
You never know. Will you show me what you wrote for today?
Sure, I guess.
So much guessing. Let's see what we've got here. Very good. Very you. Very Satori. You two make quite the pair.
Stop, you're exaggerating it.
Probably, but then again, you do spend a lot of time with him, even here. I guess I don't blame you for being a little shy.
I'm not shy.
I'm teasing you. I know making new friends can be hard sometimes, but Naruki and Yuki are both great and interesting people. And you can always spend more time with me if you like. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I?
Monako, shut up. You don't get to look the way you do and be self-conscious. You just don't. It's not that at all. I'm just, I don't know, still getting used to being here, that's all.
Of course. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put pressure on you.
That's okay. I get what you mean.
Okay, good. So, here's my poem. I really like the way it came out. I hope you do too. Come with me. Ever onward go these roads. Scenic, direct, straight, winding. Through smooth triumphs and over potholed rough patches. T intersections and four-way stops. Why then am I so confined? Why can't I move? Here a dead end, there a road under construction sign, a passing train or crossing gate boxes me in. Should I go back? Which way is back? Which way is forward? Which way is... Choose me.
Okay. This one's a little clearer than your first, I think.
I guess it's just my style of writing. Not quite your thing?
I never said that, it's just new to me. I'm still figuring out what to make of it.
I like to imagine the narrator thinking aloud, placing them in the situation that inspired the poem would shape the way they speak, and thus the way I write. If yesterday's poem was a dawning realization, then today's poem is struggling with perception altered by it.
I see. It's about being lost then. Trying to make sense of the world through new eyes granted by this realization.
Yeah. So, here's Monaco's writing tip of the day. Sometimes we find ourselves traveled too far down a predetermined route. In some cases, we're lucky enough to have the option to double back and try again. It could be as easy as clicking the back button on the browser and trying something else. There are so many different options to be explored after all. Why would we stick to one when another could be so much better? And of course, make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't be shy, let us know what you thought in the comments down below. Wait a minute, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about right now? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Okay, that was weird. He takes back his notebook and turns toward the room at large.
Okay, everyone. Poem time's up. Let's all get you to the front of the room here. We've got a little extra today.
Everyone takes a seat up near him.
Is this about the festival?
Yup, it's coming up mighty quick.
Man, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we're gonna be able to come up with anything good in just a few days. We're going to embarrass ourselves.
I admit it, I share Naruki's trepidation. My strength does not lie in improvisation under time constraints.
Guys, don't worry so much. We got this. We'll just keep it simple. We get some light decorations, Satori made posters, I've got a few test designs for pamphlets to hand out during the event. We'll be fine. We'll be performing.
Performing?
Monako.
That's right. Each of us will choose a poem to recite during the event. And for the sake of sharing the stage with potential new members, we'll be allowing others to come up and share poems too. Satori's got it all outlined on the posters.
Satori holds up a mostly finished poster he had been working on.
Boom!
You're kidding. Did you already start hanging those up?
Huh? I did. Satori and I have been posting these up all over school for the last 2 days. Do you really hate the idea that much?
No, but I didn't sign up for this. I can't read my poetry in front of people.
I agree. Reading aloud? My poems? In front of strangers?
Yuki visibly trembles.
Hey, come on. Why can't we just...
No, Satori. I get it. These two have never even shared their poetry before we started doing it here in the club. They're not as used to public speaking as you and me. I didn't consider that. I'm sorry. But I still think we should try. No one will promote or care about the club except us. And if we don't, nobody will even know about it. We graduate, and it just dies.
Monaco's expression is somber for a moment as he regards us all.
But if we open the event and do as well as I know we all can, it'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people we reach, the better our chances at growing the literature club. I know we have it in us, every one of us, to show the school what this club is about.
Right! It's about self-expression and creativity. Here's where we learn new things about ourselves and each other and have fun doing it.
Exactly. You all know the joys of being here, the feelings and experiences that keep us coming back. It's unrivaled and the greatest thing we could possibly share with our fellow students. And if all it takes to open that door for them is to stand up in front of the room for 2 minutes and read a poem, there's no excuse not to.
Naruki and Yuki remain silent. Satori looks concerned. Monako is stalwart. Where does that leave me? Monako, you owe me. I agree. Naruki and Yuki turn to regard me. I don't think it's too much to ask. Satori and Monako have been working really hard. They formed this club, they run it really well, and now they want to focus on growing it. I think it's fair we do our part. Naruki fidgets and squirms in his seat a moment, but comes up with nothing.
Fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with.
That's the spirit!
Excellent. Thanks, Naruki. Yuki?
Yuki looks dejectedly around at everyone else. Silently, he nods.
That's everyone! You're the best, Yuki!
This club is seriously going to be the death of me.
Oh, hush. You're going to be great, Yuki. Moving right along, I want everybody to select a poem to read. We're going to practice reciting in front of each other.
Monako, this is too much. Too soon.
Guys, if you can't do it in front of the club, how are you going to do it in front of others?
Oh, God.
Here, I'll go first. Maybe it'll help you all feel more comfortable.
Oh, me next!
Okay, you next.
Monako leaves his desk and stands behind the podium. He lays his notebook down on it and flips through to his desired poem.
This one is called Carry You.
Monaco's clear, confident voice fills the room. His diction is flawless, his inflection pristine. He knows just how to usher his audience along, imbuing his words with force, acquiescence, and invitation where required. It is easy to imagine how persuasive he must have been in debate club, his firm effectiveness in his role as student council president, and who knows what else saw him standing before a crowd. I look around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monako. Satori looks amazed. Yuki is looking at him with an intense expression I don't understand. Naruki's jaw is slack. Finally, he finishes. The four of us enthusiastically applaud. Monako takes a breath and smiles, collecting his notebook and vacating the podium.
Thank you.
That was so good! What even was that?
Nothing that any of you can't also do. I promise you that. Speaking of which, are you ready?
Actually, I'd like to go next.
Hey, go Yuki!
Yuki clutches a sheet of paper between his hands. His eyes on his feet, he stood where Monako had previously.
This poem is called...
Come on, Yuki! You got this!
It's called... Yes. This poem is called... The Hanging Tree.
Yuki's voice shakes as he begins reading. A few minutes ago, he flatly refused to try, and I take a moment to wonder what changed. It's taking a lot out of him, but he is trying. A few lines in, his delivery changes. It's like what happens when he gets absorbed in his books. His back straightens, his voice smooths out. His poem is heavy with metaphor and dark imagery, carried along by his distinctive timbre. I suspect this is a glimpse of the real Yuki. the Yuki trapped behind his shy persona and fear of rejection. At the poem's conclusion, everyone is stunned. The silence in the wake of his voice stretches out for several seconds, then is shattered by our clapping. He looks around, seeming to have surprised even himself. Retrieving his poem, he holds it close to his chest and rushes back to his seat.
Yuki, absolutely inspiring. Where have you been hiding that?
Yuki says nothing, only holds his poem and stares at his desk. It seems whatever inner reserve he called upon to get through that is tapped out for now.
My turn!
Satori hops up and strides happily to the podium.
Okay, I call this one... Sorry. I laughed.
Satori...
I know. This is harder than I thought it would be. How do you guys do it?
Picture the audience in their underwear.
Does that actually help focus? No, it most certainly does not. Horrible idea!
Alright, imagine you're reciting for yourself. Don't think about us. The poem passing from its creator to its intended recipient without unwelcome ears should make things easier.
Okay. This poem is called Petals.
Somehow, it seems Petals is a perfect match for Satori's voice. It isn't aimlessly cheery the way he tends to be. It's serene and bittersweet. If I read it on paper, I wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it in his voice brings a whole new dimension to it. In this moment, I understand completely what he means when he says he likes my poems. I thought I knew him inside and out. Instead, I'm seeing a door open on a whole new wing of a castle I'd only thought I had long since memorized. He finishes, and we clap.
Very well done, Satori. The atmosphere of the piece was perfect for your delivery, though it might be that other poems of yours might not fit as well.
I don't understand.
You've written other poems where that kind of delivery wouldn't work. They would require more force behind them.
Oh, got it! I've been working on that too. It's a little embarrassing though, so I thought I'd start with this.
Then for the next one, I'll have you pick a poem that challenges you a bit more. We have to get this just right, and the festival's only a few days away.
Aye, Captain!
Now, Naruki.
Don't make me go before Kazukura.
What?
All of you are so much freaking better than me. Might as well let Kazukura lower your standards a bit before I disappoint everyone.
Oh, hey, Naruki.
It's fine. I'll go. I don't have much of a selection to pick from, so I'll just read what I wrote for today. I'm reminded by my thought of yesterday about how it should be illegal for all four of them to stare at me all at once. I stand by it. It's distracting, and I make a mental note to kill Monako again after killing him the first time for making us share poems. I recite mine anyway. This public recital thing is different. As I deliver my poem into attentive silence, I realize I hate my voice and wonder if they do too. I feel like I say too much, pause too often. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause. Sorry, I know I'm not as good as everyone else.
I don't think that at all. It's less about your ability and more about your confidence. That will improve with time and practice, though. Think about it. When you had first joined us, you'd never even written a poem, and now you've written two, and even read one out loud.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I'll be okay.
I think out of all of us, you'll be the most okay.
Huh?
Naruki, come on up and
Yeah, I'm going. Okay, so, this poem is called, Why is everyone looking at me?
Because you're presenting, Naruki.
Whatever. The poem is called Climb.
Naruki takes a steadying breath. Once he gets started, some of his attitude melts away. He doesn't quite have Monako's presence, Yuki's way with imagery, or Satori's enthusiasm, but he has them all beat in rhythm and rhyme. It's definitely his style and works quite well when read aloud. The words bounce, the narrative rises, and ends at a concise high point.
See, that wasn't so bad.
easy for you to say. You better not make me do it again.
Am I going to have to, or do you feel prepared enough to do that in front of other people?
Doing it in front of other people isn't the problem. I can be who I want and do it however I want with strangers. But when it's just you guys, when it's just my friends, it's harder.
That's really interesting. I think it would be the exact opposite for me.
I mean, that's good for you, I guess. For me, it's not that easy.
Well, I guess in that case, you have nothing to worry about next week. We're almost out of time, but listen, I wanted to thank every one of you for doing this. And I want you to know, I am so proud of you. I know it's hard, but each of you rose beautifully to the occasion. Make sure you all pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival. I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time which ones you choose.
Oh, geez. I should probably pick a different poem to read. Maybe I'll do better if it's from an author I like.
That's all right. It doesn't have to be yours. I'm already surprised at how much effort you're putting into this.
Really?
It really makes me happy. Thank you, Kosakura.
There's that smile again. God, what was I just about to say? Oh, yeah. Of course. No problem.
Okay, everyone. That about does it for today. Let's try and write poems for tomorrow too, okay? It's been doing wonders for the club dynamic. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow and have all weekend to get ready. Monday is go day.
Oh man, I can't wait!
I gather my stuff to go home, mine racing. There's no way I'll be able to match Satori's and Monaco's excitement. I already know this. But if it's for the sake of the club, and maybe getting Monaco's attention, I'll just have to do my best. You ready, Satori?
Sure am.
Look at you two. Always going home together.
It's sweet, isn't it?
Jeez, you guys.
It must be nice.
Well,
Be nice, everyone. She's still a new member. Don't scare her away.
even though it's only been a few days, so much has changed. I have a social life. I'm seeing my best friend a lot more. I have more crushes of varying intensity than I know what to do with. And then I notice how quiet Satori's being. Hey!
Hi, guess what? Hi! Oh, sorry. I guess I was spacing out.
You okay?
I was thinking about something from earlier.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So let's just say, hypothetically, that one day, maybe Yuki asked to walk home with you.
What?
What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You're sort of putting me on the spot here, Satori.
I know, just humor me, okay? What would you do?
Like that would ever happen. Where's this even coming from? Satori, come on. You think I would let you walk home alone for Yuki?
Eh? But he's so... You know, all the stuff he is. He's smart, brooding, and doesn't smile much. Girls like that, don't they?
They also like treating their best friends right and not abandoning them. Besides, I see him in the club every day, and you always seem so happy when we walk home together. I wouldn't take that away from you.
You're too good to me. You know that? You think about me too much sometimes. I think Yuki would deserve it if he wanted it.
Too late. This mind is made up. I really can't figure you out sometimes, you know?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Besides, no point in thinking about something that would never happen.
It might.
Satori, everyone is different. Not one of those boys in there could ever replace you. The conversation trails off again. I'm left with so many questions. I'm pretty sure the more time I spend with Satori, the stronger my feelings for him get. When he's not embarrassing me, I mean. But I have never seen this side of him before. Maybe he's also feeling something new and frightening. What do I do? How do I move forward? Another fun day at the literature club. But what's with Satori? Maybe we'll find out in day 4. We'll see you there.